So this morning, we're actually going over to the location to do a little bit of pre-game setup, but while I'm waiting for people to come into the lobby, I wanted to actually tell you guys who I'm playing. So the character I'm playing is Georgia Mueller. She is one of the cousins of the Mueller family, which already exists and has lived in Covenant for many years. Covenant being the town that everyone lives in and where the game takes place. So Georgia, when she was very young, she was very wild child energy, very black sheep of the family. She really didn't like spending time with her cousins. So when she was 16 years old, approximately, she ended up running away from her family, who she actually lives in Houston originally, and goes to Europe. And she travels Europe, London, Milan, and eventually ends up in Paris, where she helps a friend open a nightclub and explores all kinds of freedoms and sexual liberation and dancing and performing and just full expression of freedom. She at some point sends a letter to her mother saying that, "Hi mom, I'm alive," and mom sends her plenty of letters back. Come home, we want you home. Until one time she sends a letter where she says, "I'm actually going to pass away soon. Would you consider coming back?" To which Georgia decides she's going to go be there for her mother to watch her pass away, and then plans to go right back to her life in France. Obviously, that does not work. So she comes home, and 5 years later, the mother is still alive, but she does eventually pass. And one of her last decrees in life was to have Georgia deliver a letter to her family in Covenant, talking, probably saying that she's dead, honestly, but who knows. Georgia didn't read it because Georgia doesn't care. But on that day that she returns to Covenant is when she goes and finds herself in the Saloon of Lost Dreams. And when she goes there, she has a couple of drinks, and she decides that she's going to work there for a long time because it feels like this place gives her way more freedom and excitement than she ever had in France. And we'll get more into that later.